is dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, it don't go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, it don't go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Millions out here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, it don't go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, it don't go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. quite nuclear. Amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not in it. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all VVs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath the bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat it.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer, that's my mom's name. I create and find change, my mind frame ensures that forever I reign.
First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it? Treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is Stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing this 50s like hate it, love it, I just can't get enough. Labels keep calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apologies, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest.
Let's go. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. star, they hear my name and remember me. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On one, right?
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
82 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Bengals had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
1st down. Here's Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They run for it with Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
11. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lawrence will throw.
He completes it to Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the counter, Etienne.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Now Lawrence to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Etienne up the middle.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Jaguars 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Second and 5.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Play action. It's Burrow. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long when they had been in 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on 2nd and inches, but you can't take a sack for that big of a loss.
That's the one thing you cannot do. They gave it up, and now they're way behind the chains. Good luck with this next play call.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
12.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Flush to his right.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo, and the Bills have taken the lead over Miami. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
11 MT.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Here's Burrow.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did get.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Lawrence. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Bengals drive about to get going. They begin with a run by Mixon. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Sliding out of the pocket. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Can. Stop.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Burrow. Flushed out right.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
111 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Mixon will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Mitchell Wilcox
taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
You got it! You got it! You got it!
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's a give to Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's a throw again is Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Again, it's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade and the wicket.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And some room to work. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
144 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mixon on the toss right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they try.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just